The Upper Peninsula of Michigan is hardly what you'd call a fashion mecca, but from the tiny town of Ironwood near the Wisconsin border comes just such a place, birthplace of the Stormy Kromer Hat, which has become a worldwide sensation. Just don't call this an Elmer Fudd hat.
Well, Stormy Kromer was an engineer for the Chicago Northwestern Railroad, and his job was to keep an eye on the front wheels and make sure that they didn't run out of grease. And he had to stick his head out of the railroad engine to check on them and listen for them. And his hat kept blowing off, so he went and found his wife and an old baseball hat that fit him really well and said, I need to keep my ears warm while I'm sticking my head out the window, and I need a visor on the hat so that I can see if the sun's out. So Ida put ear flaps on a baseball hat, and I guess the legend was born. The next day he went into the railroad yard and a whole bunch of guys asked him for a hat. His wife made a dozen more. He came back and sold those, and it just kept snowballing, and then all of a sudden the men of the railroad in the Midwest wanted a hat, and that's really how it all started.
The factory welcomes visitors and is delighted to provide tours. There's plenty of parking out front for RVs. From rock and movie stars to glossy spreads in magazines and newspapers, the Stormy Kromer Hat has picked up quite a following after years of just being a backwoods operation. In fact, the company was barely hanging on.
There's sort of a cult building now where people just, they like talking to each other. They like, you'd love going to see somebody and walk in an airport and go up to somebody with a Stormy Kromer cap on, and you have a friend for life. You start talking about your cap and that you know each other somehow through the hat.
Today, the factory is humming, and the hat's huge success has spawned about a whole line of Stormy Kromer clothing. So from the little town of Ironwood in Michigan's remote western Upper Peninsula, a legend has become now a near cult around the country, the Stormy Kromer Hat cult. Not bad for a little company whose sole job was to pull the wool over your ears. Road trekking across North America. I'm Mike Wendland. Thanks for watching.